Hello and welcome back to the Pokemon Black and White Hardcore Nuzlocke Retrospective. We kick off this episode by still being in the gym. This is because there's story stuff. Nah, just kidding. This time Sharon and Bianca want to talk about their character growth, and I suppose not actually battling me for once is significant growth. Bryson interrupts our chat by using cheat codes to see the Shadow Triad. Our job now is to take on Team Plasma, Dragon Spire Tower to find the box legendary. As we make our way up the tower, we get our new encounter Gollet, which of course I catch.
I don't think this will kill. It really won't. Okay, let's just... Oh, I missed. Oh yeah, I forgot its defense is super high right now. Oh, I could actually probably hit this with most things. In fact, I'm going to go for the slightly higher damage bulldoze. The polish! The polish! I was going to say, oh, as long as it doesn't crit, it's fine. Wow, first encounter we failed. That's annoying.
Yeah, not my finest moment. I decided to chance a crit instead of being patient and I got punished. Over the run, I feel like my luck with crits hasn't been too bad, but this stung especially as it could have been avoided. The reason why I give this failed encounter so much screen time is not just because it's my first failed encounter, but also because it was a particularly good one for the Elite Four, which at this stage of the run has to be something that's on our mind. Regardless, we make our way up the tower, picking up items and taking on Team Plasma until...
What kind of name is Gallo? Galileo!
Memes aside, if you're not prepared for this set of fights, then you could be in trouble. There is no Pokemon here that can pursuit trap you, which is nice, but there is a lot of Watchhogs with Super Fang, and if that builds up across your team, then you could end up losing a team member. My strategy was to use Floof with Giga Drain to have that recovery. We finish them off and then head to the top of the tower, and we find N waiting for us.
Whoa! Blew my mind when I was like 11. It's a cute little growl, bro.
What type of dog is this?
N leaves and we exit the tower, but the fun doesn't stop there, because we have to head back to the desert resort to try and find the other legendary. It is more of the same here, so I won't waste your time, and just make sure you pack a lot of potions if you want to get through this section of the game. Our search comes to no avail as we meet Alder, who confronts Gexis. Alder morally objects to Gexis' plan, and he responds by asking why does he care when he hasn't even battled in years. We leave the ruins and get told to do even more backtracking to Nakarine City. Here, we get the Light Stone, but more importantly, we get a chance to move on to the next area. So now it's off to Route 8, where we can't get our encounter for now as it's winter. So we ice skate our way through the route. I was in a bit of a rush this time, so a lot of the trainers were skipped, but my levels are generally high enough due to the Team Plasma fights, so that's actually beneficial to do that. We make our way to the tube line bridge until we are stopped by Bianca.
Right, let's go. So, our D-Walt needs XP, but also it's a great counter to Stoutland as Steel type resist its most powerful moves. I did forget about the Intimidate, I'm not going to lie. Do I Sword Stance? I don't think the risk is worth it. Hang on, let's do some quick math. So, Earthquake time was 1.5 is 150. Oh, Brick Break does the same amount of damage as Earthquake. Okay, I think we're just hoping for a good range on this. Oh, and I've got Soft Sand on, I think, as well. So that does do more damage. Okay, that's good. Oh, why would you do that? You absolute... It's fine. Crit, 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 crit. Not me get crit though, I didn't mean that. I don't know if she uses 2 full restores on the same Pokemon. I should have Sword Stanced, I think, is what I'm realising here. How much... Am I dead to crit? Is my question of the day. Oh, crit! Crit myself, loser. How about that? Right, Simipour. This has access to the move Scald, which is actually pretty powerful, and it can put your Pokemon with a burn, which is just ridiculous. So we're expecting a Scald here. It's going to do a bit of damage, but not too much to our food, especially as the fact we've got Giga Drain. It's fine. We're going to be able to deal with the damage output of this Simipour. Can almost one-shot it as well. Yeah, totally fine. Just one last Giga Drain. Because I don't actually have another attacking move. What's he going to send out now? She might send out her, I presume, Superior by now. Or it could be, yeah. Or Superior, sorry. I don't know what this wants to do to me. I'm going to Tailwind and see what it tries. It might try and set up coils, which increase attack... yeah. Accuracy and defense. We obviously don't want it to set up a lot of these, so I think I'm going to put one Charm, so it's neutral attack, and then we're going to switch to Ali, and it'll probably coil again, so it's +1, and then +3 defense, which is a problem, but I'm presuming Flame Charge will be enough. We'll always outspeed because we set up a Tailwind. I have to say, that might have been a mistake, setting all that up, but we shall see. Oh, it's going to use Slam now, okay. That was a crit. So we're actually fine. We can't even die to another crit. Slam. Yeah, that defense boost is doing wonders. I'm not going to lie, we're in a little bit of danger. I'm glad it used its full restores on Thingy, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, we're fast, that's fine. I didn't take into account the third coil. If this... That's going to... Leaf Blade.
Are you dead? My love!
This hasn't got a priority move. There's no way I can get outspared. I think I'm fine. What's her last Pokemon? Mashrana. That doesn't have Pursue. My goodness. I've never had to sweat so much on a Bianca fight. Oh my god. That... I think the Tailwind and the... No, because the Charm helped. Okay, so this is definitely going to try and use some sort of Psychic type move against me. So I'm just going to switch to Gatorade, absorb it, or it might set up a Lucky Charm. Whatever, don't care, just crunch this to death. I'm not in the mood to mess around anymore. I'm actually like... My heart was racing and I really had to think. I'm so glad I took my time with this fight. To actually think about what I was doing, because if I wasn't thinking then I would have been absolutely done in.
After that extremely close call with Ali, we get rewarded with Gatorade's evolution while I catch my breath. I've demonstrated numerous times during this playthrough how excellent setup moves can be, so much so that I'm considering banning them for my next playthrough. And in that fight I realised what it's like being on the receiving end of that strategy. We make our way across the bridge only to encounter Getsis again, and it's more of the same as usual. We then get to Route 9 where we encounter a Poniard we call Blade. We then find ourselves in Opelucid City where Getsis gives us another speech.
Freed?
Psycho Mantis.
Pokemon?
You're that ninja.
And after that, we are sent for a chat with Drayden and Iris about the lore. This doesn't actually help us though, so we make our way to Route 10 and get the last encounter of the episode. We get a Volibear that we call Buzz. It's now time to turn our attention to the gym. Note that I didn't say gym leader. This is because the gym trainers in this gym can actually be a challenge. Once again, setup strategy being turned against me can mean that I can struggle.
Was that a crit? Yeah, so that's a non-crit Dragon Claw. That's why these Pokemon are so scary.
Speaking of setup strategies, here's mine. I know Ali is the go-to here, but I think I've got a better option this time round. Yes, that's right, we're going to opt for the latest mainstay of our team, D-Walt. Excadrill is naturally faster, and we can threaten more immediately with Swords Dance increasing its attack stat by 2 stages. Moreover, D-Walt has access to much higher base power attack moves like Earthquake and Rock Slide.
Okay, let's go.
Right, so we are going to hit this with a Charm first. The reason why we're going for this is because even if it does Dragon Dance, a +1 Fracture isn't going to outspeed Chili, I don't think. Yeah, so we're faster, it's paralysed, it's -1 attack. It's still going to Dragon Dance. I think we're going to hit it with one more Charm. Switch to Excadrill, Swords Dance, Earthquake. So then even if it doesn't get paralysed in any of those turns, the maximum it can be is, I don't know, like +4 speed but paralysed, but maybe like +1 attack. And even then, +1 attack isn't going to actually kill D-Walt. I've not been keeping track. I think it's... Okay, I think it's neutral attack now, +4 speed. I think. We're hoping, ideally... We're still faster, which is good. We're hoping for a paralysis this turn. Not a single paralysis. Okay, if it does outspeed, we're hoping for a paralysis this turn. I could go for the double sword stance. I don't think I'm going to need it. It could be valuable, though. I feel like I'm risking a critical hit of something huge. I think I'm going to just Earthquake. Yeah, I'm still faster, it's cool. I perhaps could have risked another sword stance there, but I think we'll be fine. Even if our Earthquake doesn't kill Drayden's ace, I've got 5 other Pokemon at full health. I should be fine. So we're going to straight up hit this with an Earthquake. It can, if this lives, I'm in trouble because it's probably going to use Revenge, and that will definitely one-shot me. We're still in business. Level 43, we've got 143 attack stat, one crazy amount. Here's his ace, Haxorus. Just side note, my favourite shiny. All black, looks really cool. Here we go. Definitely going to outspeed. Haxorus isn't too super fast. Is one Earthquake going to be enough? Yes! We've done it. We made it look relatively easy. We've done super well. Setup strategies are just ridiculous in Nuzlocke. If you can set up the right conditions, 9 times out of 10 you're winning.
So there we have it, all 8 gym badges. To get to this point and only have 4 deaths and 1 failed encounter is huge. Next episode will be the final chapter of this series. The fact that we have even got this far is massive. Thank you so much for all the support. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.